Okay, let's just jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking something incredibly universal, but man, is it deeply emotional. We're talking about that quiet, almost invisible realization that a once close friendship is just fading away. No dramatic fights, no loud confrontations, just a connection slowly running its course. So, let's break down exactly how and why this happens. No screaming, no dramatic goodbye. Instead, it's just slower replies, longer silences, and that awful sinking feeling that the person who once felt like home to you is no longer choosing you in the same way. You know, losing a best friend, it can hurt just as much, sometimes honestly even more than a romantic breakup. Because friendships aren't just casual connections. Over time, they literally become a core part of your identity. They're your safe place. And when that slips away quietly, it leaves a very specific, hard-to-describe void. So, have you felt a friendship quietly fading? If you're carrying this quiet pain right now, I want you to know you are absolutely not alone. We're gonna walk through 6 distinct signs that a friendship is actually emotionally draining you. We'll start from the surface level symptoms and work our way all the way down to the deepest internal realizations. All right, sign number 1, the heavy silence. This is basically that feeling of constantly walking on eggshells. Think back for a second to the peak of the friendship. It was totally effortless, right? You had endless topics, you could talk for hours about absolutely nothing. But now, it's heavy, it's awkward, it almost feels rehearsed. You might catch yourself constantly trying to resuscitate the connection, but deep down, you can feel it slipping. This stark contrast between then and now shows us a really hard truth. Sometimes people just change so much over time that the friendship simply no longer fits who they're becoming. Admitting that is super painful, but recognizing this communication shift is the very first critical step. Moving on to sign number 2, the imbalance of effort. This is where the dynamic shifts from a shared partnership to a completely one-sided pursuit. You look around and suddenly realize you're carrying the entire weight of the relationship. Are you always the one texting first? Always the one checking in? Making all the plans? Ask yourself, if you stopped trying today, would the friendship just halt entirely? When someone truly values your presence, you shouldn't have to beg for their attention. Constantly chasing someone who barely even notices your absence? That will quietly destroy your self-worth. A healthy friendship has to feel mutual, not desperate. And that brings us deeper into the impact with sign number 3, the emotional toll. Instead of interactions that recharge your soul, you're left with interactions that slowly empty it. If you leave every single hangout feeling anxious, completely exhausted, or just strangely sad, you really need to pay attention to that. Emotionally draining friendships often harbor all this hidden guilt, unspoken competition, or, negativity disguised as jokes. Over time, that gets incredibly heavy to carry. It's like your mind recognizes the exhaustion way before your heart is ready to accept it. Which leads right into sign number 4, losing yourself. This is that heartbreaking phenomenon of feeling totally lonely, even when they're sitting right beside you. Real friendship should feel like freedom, not performance. Let that sink in for a second. When you start having to filter your thoughts or hide parts of yourself, or just pretend to be okay purely to avoid tension, well, that's a massive red flag. The exact moment you stop feeling emotionally safe around someone, the friendship downgrades. It goes from being a place of comfort and freedom to just a place of survival and performance. All right, sign number 5, conditional connections. When you strip away all the history, fading friendships often survive on pure convenience rather than actual connection. Just think about it. When they're bored, upset, or really need a favor, boom, they reach out. But the moment you need them for support, suddenly they're completely unavailable. The heartbreaking realization right here is that you might be giving your absolute, unwavering loyalty to someone who only values their access to you, when it actually serves them. Finally, we reach sign number 6, the hardest truth. Now, this isn't about their texting habits or anything surface level. This is a deep internal realization you've probably been trying very, very hard not to feel. You're holding on to who they used to be instead of who they are now. Honestly, that's the core of the whole thing. The friendship itself might have ended emotionally a long time ago, and it's literally only the memories keeping you attached. And look, acknowledging this doesn't mean those good times weren't real. It just means this specific dynamic no longer belongs in your future. So, as we wrap up this journey today, it's absolutely vital to focus on finding peace in letting go. Some people are meant to stay forever. Others are meant to teach you something before leaving. Outgrowing people is a completely natural, inevitable part of life. Even though losing a best friend feels absolutely heartbreaking, protecting your own peace is significantly more important than blindly protecting the history you shared. Recognizing that a friendship was just one specific chapter allows both of you to drop that heavy burden and actually move forward. So, I'll leave you with this. Have you ever had to let go of a friendship that was hurting you? And more importantly, how did it actually change you? Take a moment to really reflect on that, because sometimes just recognizing that we aren't alone in these painful, quiet transitions is the very first step to healing. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, take care of yourselves and protect your peace.